You're watching the Bayou Blitz, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, in sports tonight, it's Friday night, and that means it's time for the Bayou Blitz. We begin this evening heading south down at Highway 90 to New Iberia, where there was a battle of two unbeatens tonight. Turling's Catholic versus Westgate. That's where we find News 15 sports director and our real raging Cajun, Will Herron. He has highlights from a great game. Will?
This one went back and forth, both teams exchanging point for point. Second half, one team finally pulled away. Over the past 8 contests between these two teams, their combined record is 4-4. First quarter, first drive for the Tigers. Quarterback Bryant Leon takes off, but seems to cut awkwardly on his knee and would go to the ground writhing in pain. After the drive stalled, the snap to Jake Thibodeau and gets away from him. The Rebels pounce on the loose ball and take possession. Turlings would grind their way down to the goal line, and Doug E. Vitz would eventually punch it in for the first points of the game. With starting quarterback Leon out, next up, Tobias Gordon stands tall in the pocket, drops a dime on Caden Lancelin, who takes it to the 5-yard line. Trandon Benjamin would get the rock next, and Westgate is on the board. Next drive, and Turlings would answer. It's that bad man Vitz again, taking it 65 yards to end zone city. Population, that dude. Tigers on the prowl. Gordon with the nice one and the nasty stiff arm at the end. Next play, Gordon from the gun takes the snap and finds the left side of the field to his liking. Turns the burners on and he scores. At the half, it would be 21-13. Well, in the end, Turlings had a big fourth quarter and were able to hold on and take the win 42-20. But don't go away just yet. We have plenty more on the Bayou Blitz for you guys. I'm your real raging Cajun, Will Herron, News 15.
All right, thanks, Will. Back here in the Hub City, North Vermilion was on the north side of Lafayette tonight as the Patriots took on the Vikings. News 15's Dracar Francois has a look at all the action from Viking Stadium.
Here at Viking Stadium, Northside High hosted the North Vermilion Patriots as the Vikings look to bounce back after a tough loss to Cecilia, and it seems like today they would do just that. All in the first quarter, the Vikings defense forced a fumble and picked it up and returned it for 6, and also they would tack on 2 additional touchdowns. Starting in the second quarter, the story would be different. On fourth down, the Patriots line up to punt, but Mario Alexander would muff the punt, and the Pats would take over on downs. But the Vikings defense wouldn't lay down. On fourth and short, James Higginbotham mishandles the snap, and the Vikes recover and take over on downs. The offense seems like something was coming together as Caleb Joseph keeps it and picks up the first down. Next play for the Vikings, Tayton Arsenault picks up the first down, and now it's 1st and goal. A couple plays later on fourth and short, Jonathan Bonnet takes the handoff but fumbles. And that would take us into halftime with the Vikings leading 21-14. But in the second half, it would be all offense as the Patriots would hang 31 on the Vikings, but that 31 would not be enough as the Vikings take this win 33-31. Reporting for the Bayou Blitz, I'm Dracar Francois for News 15.
All right, thank you, Dracar. Beautiful night for football at LCA as they played host to Shaw out of the Marrero area. Tell you what, defensive battle here. Shaw's quarterback under duress, and he gets sacked in the backfield by LCA's Jaden Winters. Eagles would have to punt. LCA quarterback Braylon Walker also trying to find some points in this game and move his team down the field. On this drive, he takes the snap and feels the pressure. He's looking for a receiver to get open, but nobody can get open, so he decides to reverse field, go the other way, and take it himself with his feet. He scrambles enough to get the first down to keep the drive alive. Then a little bit later on that drive, he heaves it up deep for his receiver, Calvin Parker, but great defensive play by the Shaw defensive back, and he's able to, well, break up the pass. Like I said, a defensive battle first half. Shaw would finally put a drive together before the end of the first half. Nice run by their running back here. Would set up a short field goal. Shaw led 3-0, and they put points on the board in the second half, beating LCA by the final of 31-8. We head north. or I should say South Side and Lafayette High tonight. Check out the Sharks. Richmond Saunier throwing the ball for Lafayette, but Southside's Derek Collins intercepts the pass, and then Southside's Cade Fontenot with the touchdown catch coming up, and it was all Southside as they pitched the shutout tonight, beating Lafayette High by the final count of 28-0. Now we go north to Monroe, Louisiana. Big game for STM on the road at Neville. And this game was all Neville from the start to finish. Neville looking to stay unbeaten, second ranked in 4A. St. Thomas More back-to-back state champs. But again, it was all Neville as they throw the ball down the field here. This is their first drive. Parker Robinson hits Jalen Nichols on that screen. He cuts it upfield into Cougar territory. Then later, Robinson finding Thomas Campbell, who takes it into the end zone, 7-0 Neville. Great start by the Tigers. Second quarter, STM inside the Tigers' 5, errant pitch. And this one's going back the other way, 93 yards. Jaden Reed with the scoop and score, 14-0 Neville. Next Cougar drive, they try to make this a game. Their pass is going to be tipped and intercepted by Reese Richard and returned into Tigers territory. You get the message. Neville wins big, 30-7 over STM. It's STM's third straight loss. Let's check out some other scores from the area tonight. Vermilion Catholic over Erath, 41-34 is your final. Jennings over Northwest, 34-15. And Opelousas, big win at home, or I should say they lose at home to Alexandria by 3, 43-40. For more scores in Week 4 of the Bayou Blitz, just go to our website at kadn.com.
The Bayou Blitz was brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings.